Well, hello there, real gamers. Retro Rob here, and welcome to Retro Rob Plays Everything. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Evercade Alpha. This won't be a huge video by any means. I don't have anything to say really that I think is particularly a fresh take on this. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a bar top version of the Evercade. It's got two cartridge ports. It's also got the ability to plug in like an extra controller out of the back. I've got some opinions on it, and I'm going to share them with you, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over to their website real quick, and I'm just going to scroll down and go through some of the features. So we've got everything covered as well as humanly possible. By the way, I look like I'm about to waste away in Margaritaville, don't I? What? I really liked this shirt when I bought it, and I'm really feeling like I should be like taking a bus ride to a casino. All right, let's go take a look at their site. And here it is, the Evercade Alpha. And I'm going to say, number one, it does look very nice. It's a nice looking device. It kind of fits between their products, which is the handheld that has its own screen and the console that doesn't have its own screen. So here you have kind of a mid-sized thing that's semi-portable. You could carry it around, or you could just leave it on top of your bar or whatever, and people could play it, and you can still use your cartridges. That's nice. I think the big thing here that I like is the fact that they're actually using a joystick now, which many early games used, and we've been using a D-pad to play all these games for this long, and now we got it. We got a joystick, which that makes me happy, okay? So that's a good thing. We're delighted to announce a brand new product in the Evercade line of retro gaming consoles, complementing the handheld play of the Evercade EXP-R and the TV-connected home console action of the Evercade Versus R, or VS. Sorry, R. I know people get all mad. Not Versus! I don't get why people even give a damn. Anyway, we're proud to present the first Evercade-compatible bar top arcade, the Evercade Alpha. Right in this spot was about a 10-minute rant about VS versus and why no one should care. I've just saved you. You're welcome. Two models of Evercade Alpha will be available from November 2024, each containing 6 games from the Japanese publisher Capcom. Okay, and both of them are fully compatible with the complete Evercade ecosystem of 50 plus cartridges. And here's what I think. I think that they can get away with this and use like the Namco games that they had licensed earlier but didn't have the right to use on the console, so you couldn't actually play it on like the the VS. So I think this gets around that. So you can play the licensed Namco games that they have on this, which that's another plus. There's 2 versions. There's the Street Fighter / Puzzle Fighter one, and there is the Mega Man one. Let me know down below which one you prefer. I'm going to tell you, I've already got like a couple of like knockoff Street Fighter ones, so I gravitate more towards the Mega Man one. Just saying, you know. I also think the games are a little bit more exciting. I've played Street Fighter to death, you know. Anyway, this one has here, the Mega Man one has Mega Man, the Power Battle, Mega Man 2, the Power Fighters, Final Fight, Knights of the Round, which I actually really enjoy, Carrier Air Wing, and Strider. So that, you know, that's a pretty good collection. The other one has Puzzle Fighter 2, that's a fun game. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter Alpha 2, and Street Fighter Alpha 3. I mean, they're all fine games, but, you know, there's only one game that isn't just straight up another Street Fighter game, is what I'm saying on the first one. So I prefer the second one. All right, little bit on the tech specs. So I'm going to Americanize the measurements. It's about 16 inches tall, so that's pretty tall, and it's about a foot deep, a little bit more than a foot deep, and it's about 9 inches wide. So it's pretty big, and the screen is 8 inches. I love how I'm not going to be I'm not going to be nitpicking measurements, but I do think it's kind of funny when they like do the height measurements you know, in millimeters, and then the screen's in inches. The documentation guy in me hates switching measurement types. It just drives me nuts. Yeah, I'm crazy. I am a little bit nuts, but I can control it, you know. All right. Anyway, so that's the size of it. It's pretty big. It's not that bad. I do like that it's pre-assembled because I have had to assemble mini arcades in the past, and the problem is sometimes they just don't fit together right. So this way it's already together. You know it's gonna fit right. So that's good. It uses a USB-C power cable and plug, just like the rest of them. I'm glad they're using USB-C though instead of another one with, you know, using the mini or I'm sorry, I used the micro last time. Sorry, I used the micro USB micro, which is pretty outdated at this point. I don't hate them, but you know they are pretty outdated. Uh, Home computer games from the Evercade. It's got, you know, 8-inch IPS display we already mentioned. It does have built-in stereo speakers, but it does have a headphone jack. And all right, so the thing with the headphone jack is I don't know how many people are going to use a headphone jack in these things, but it never hurts to have an extra feature. And I am going to say that if you want to plug it into better speakers, that gives you the chance to do it. I hope the speakers are nice, but just in case, it's nice to have the ability to plug it into better speakers if you'd like. It says it's got competition grade arcade controls with an 8-directional joystick, 6 large action buttons, 3 additional buttons for adding credits, starting games, and accessing the Evercade menu. It's a basic configuration. And I was to understand it, I thought it said that these have Sanwa in them. Or is that an upgrade for the more expensive version? That's interesting. We'll see later down if they mention it. Anyway, they should all have them for the price they're asking. The units also have 2 USB ports for connecting Evercade compatible controllers, allowing you to play multiplayer titles. Again, that's very nice. You know, if you're playing with the grandkids or the kids or whatever, you got it laying on the floor, you can, you know, take the second controller and let them use the joystick or reverse. And that's nice. Just can enjoy it. Also has Wi-Fi connectivity for firmware updates. I hope that it does. Yeah, it'll still be doing the game of the month thing. That's really nice because you get some new content every month, even if you're not buying anything. And then because you've got the two cartridge ports, you can find some of the hidden games, you know, that happen if you plug in 2 different cartridges, which is pretty nice too. I kind of like that idea. It's a neat idea, you know. Again, I don't take away features, you know. I'm not a fan of taking away features. Give the features if you can. What am I talking about? I don't know. But anyway. Oh, another thing, by the way. Supposedly this bezel lights up. And that is a big deal to me because that is missing in a lot of these. And I think that'll really help with its appearance. Big deal. Big deal. Anyway, here we go. You've got the different versions of it. Again. And then there's a deluxe version. Right here. And it... Yeah, see, alright, so the deluxe edition is the only one with the Sanwa controllers built into the unit. And it includes USB. However, can we go... let's go to Evercade. Let's go to Funstock here real quick. All right, here we are on Funstock's website, taking a look at the Evercade Alpha, and this is the deluxe version. Okay, this is 249 pounds. We'll get those over to USD in just a minute. Let's look at the Mega Man edition, which I favor. Okay, so this one comes with 6 swappable marquees. Which the other one comes with 3. Also comes with the Alpha controller. But the big deal is, this should be like really thrown out everywhere. It comes with the Sanwa controls. So the Sanwa buttons are only in this version. They are not in the other version. I personally think they should have gone with Sanwa all the way around. But anyway, you can see. Look at here's a guy of quote average size, and you can see the size. Oh, look at they converted this. Look at appreciate that 17.3 inches. So I was a little bit off on my measurements or on my estimates, but I was just kind of winging it anyway. Anyway, all right. So there's that, and then the regular version doesn't have it, and I believe here. Let's go back. Come on. Let's go back to this one here, and I think this one only comes with 3 marquee cards and does not come with the extra controller and also has just the regular standard hardware. So if I put them both in the box, or the cart, sorry, the box, just put it in the box. What we get is, in the US here, $255 US versus $319. So there's a $60 difference. I would say that that's probably, for a lot of people, worth it. For me, however, that's not what I did. I actually just went with the regular version because I didn't know how I felt about it. That extra $60, honestly, I could use in other places. So what I did is I actually pre-ordered the Alpha Mega Man, the Evercade Alpha Mega Man Bar Top Arcade. I didn't get any of the extras, which I don't know how wise of a decision that was, but you can let me know down below what you think. All in all, for me, I think it'll work out because I can bring it off to conventions and stuff and show people it, or I can bring it out in the basement when I'm having parties and people can play it. I throw most of my parties in the basement, or get-togethers. I should call them get-togethers. When you're 50, it's a get-together. Anyway, my get-togethers happen in the basement when we're playing Margaritaville. Sorry. I think it'll work out fine for that. I'm a little bit worried about this. I don't know how much of a mass appeal this really has. You know what I mean? But you can let me know if you think it's really cool. The other thing I'm going to just say in general is I've been a little bit concerned with their lineup lately as well. I think they're muddying the water a little bit with some of their new items, the XPR and the VSR or Versus R, whatever you want to call it. I just think they're starting to push a little bit too much hardware. I think the Alpha of the 3 released, obviously the Alpha is the one I bought. I don't have any interest in the XPR. I don't have any interest in the VSR. I literally have just bought new versions of these consoles, and I think they're starting to make a little too much stuff. But on the Alpha, construction looks nice. I think the design's nice. If it's something that you like, I think the quality is going to be there. I just don't know how much of an appeal it'll be, which I keep saying. So that means it's time to quit saying stuff. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I will see you in a couple days. Bye.